Good morning. Good morning to you all. Welcome to Family Morning Sessions with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I am glad to be alive, and I'm hope that you're glad to be alive. It's a wonderful Tuesday. Listen, it is so much to be grateful and thankful for. Believe me, if you just did a little remembrance just for a moment to have your family here, because there's so many people have lost family members. I've lost family members in the last month. I've been losing family members for the last few months. But what I'm saying to you is be grateful that you are alive, that your family is well as best that you can be, is what I can say. But I thank you all for spending time with me today. Please share this message with someone. It is amazing. So if this is your first time, my name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker, soon to be author. I'm a board certified Christian counselor, and I'm also a personal coach or the development for families. I'm here to help you be and your family to be the best that you can be. I believe that every family deserves and needs and wants transformation, but sometimes a lot of families don't know how to get it. And I believe that God has given me this particular assignment to help your family become the best that they can be. That's what I believe. That's exactly what I believe. Let me make one adjustment. Sometimes when you're on live, you got to make an adjustment. It is what it is. But the information, I believe, is going to be rich. So let's get into it. The topic that I wanted to really discuss today is called, or entitled, I should say, what are you depositing into your teen? Say it one more time. What are you depositing into your teen? Again, I need you guys to share this information today because I really believe it's going to help somebody. It's going to help somebody get their selves together, going to get their families together, and you're going to have to start kind of thinking, what am I depositing into them? Because I'll be honest with me, I can deposit a lot more. If I could just be transparent, I know that I can give my son more. Sometimes, if I could be honest, don't know really what to give him all the time. So a lot of times I have to pray, right? I have to pray and ask God, what do I give him? What information do I give them? What deposits do I give them? Because I don't know it all, right? As parents, we don't know it all. But one thing we can, and I can say, when you make the right deposits, you'll see, you'll see it happen. You'll see the deposits coming into their life, making change. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want to see out of your children. You want the deposits, the information, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding. You'll start to see it filtrate through their lives. And I think that's one of the great things for me being a parent of a son and, help raising my niece. The deposits that I place in them, deposits that my wife places in both of them, it's priceless. So let me go back a little bit because I don't want to waste time. Our teens need to be given the best information possible. I mean, the best possible deposits. Because it's not just the deposits that you make in the bank or your checking or savings account. Sometimes we can get things a little backwards. Yes, the basic needs to be met with your teen or young adult, with your household. A man that don't work don't eat. And if the man don't work and don't eat, the family don't eat, right? That's just as simple as I can put it. But there are other deposits that we must make. We have to make deposits into our children. So as we're working and we doing all the great things that we're doing, if we're managers and supervisors and directors and CEOs and CFOs, we still have to make great deposits, not just with the dollar, the green dollar, or the credit cards or the black card. We have to make deposits into our children or to our teens, young adults, especially because they need it. They need it from us. And we just can't be so lackadaisical when it comes to these daily and weekly deposits. The deposits that you should be making, they have to last more than gifts and money. That's not enough. Deposits are important to be made. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Deposits have to be made. See, when you make great deposits into your kids, into your teens and young adults, it fills up those empty spaces, those questions that teens always have. I don't care how smart and intelligent your teen, they're going to have some questions. Why are they going to have some questions, DMP speaks? Because they're still learning, they're still growing, they're still adjusting. So when we make these vital and important deposits into their life, that we're there, we're physically there, that we're calling and we're checking. If I could be honest, I'd be so busy with my position, working with teams at my job, and then working my business and working with families. Sometimes I said, man, did you talk to him today? Did you check on him? Did you see how your son is doing? And I feel guilty because I'm like, I'm doing all this other stuff for everybody else. You got to make sure that you check on him. I want to say it this loud, but I'm like, you know what? You need to take him out. You need to do some things with him. You need to have more conversation. You got to have more conversation. You need to have more deposits than you did when he was younger. And I'll be honest, y'all. I'll be very honest this morning. I miss my son being young. I know I'm glad where he is. I'm glad he's doing the football and he's growing up and he'll be graduating in a couple years. But if I could be honest, I miss him when he was younger. Why? Because I think it was the innocence and the playfulness and uh, just the joy that I was able to see on his face, because teenagers when they get older, they get a little grumpy and stuff like that. And I love where he is right now. He's just becoming himself, and I think that's what's great about kids growing up. But if you could be honest, I've been in his life, man. This is not even in my notes. I've been in his life since he's been three and a half, and he'll be 16 next year. I think I know I won't do it today. I won't get emotional today, but man, that wasn't even in my notes. Let's be honest. When your kids get older, you just wish you had more time because they go off to school, they meet somebody, they get settled down and they start living their own lives, and you just say, man, I'm so appreciative to be his father. I am. I am. I'm so appreciative to be his father. And the reason why I'm saying all of this, I didn't mean to have such a long pause, but I had to think about that for a moment. You have to make these deposits. Making these deposits is more important than just working. You really got to take time. And I'm just sitting here and thinking, you got to make more time for your kids. You got to make more time for your kids. I'm saying this to you, but I'm saying this to me as well. Have to make more time for your kids. You got to give them the deposits. Maybe you didn't get the deposits like you were supposed to when you were younger. And now you a parent of one or two or three, doesn't matter. You got to find the healing for yourself. You got to find the growth to grow out of those things that you didn't get and have a deposit for them solely. And it's not coming from your deficit of what you didn't get from your parent or guardian, but you give them a deposit of something that you never had, but it's a different kind of deposit. It's coming from a different place in your mind. It's coming from a different place in your heart because it's so necessary. Again, you might not have had that opportunity to give that deposit as a child, but listen, it's bigger than a financial deposit. Hear me clear, and I'm almost done. You have to give a deposit to your teen or young adult because it's necessary. Every child needs a deposit that their parent can give. Sometimes they just need a good push or a kick in their butt. I'm serious. Just to get them to refocus. They need your support, not just your services. Services is just what you do to make sure the household is good, but they need your support. They need your support. They need your prayer. They need you to intercede for them. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We got to intercede for our loved ones. They need it. They need mental stability. They need a deposit of mental goodness and not mental anguish. They need emotional stability. They need a deposit from you. Like I said, spiritual and the financial. That's a big piece. But the other pieces that I just mentioned are just as big. Some of you are not, I'm just going to give you this analogy, this metaphor. A lot of you are making financial deposits, but you're still in a deficit when it comes to your teen or young adult. How can you deposit a check or checks and you're still going into overdraft? It's not enough there. Your children need more what you have. They need more from you. Does that make sense? Because what you're giving them is not enough. So let me wrap this up. Let me wrap this up. Because there hasn't been the right deposits, nothing has been put back mentally and emotionally into their account, their soul, their heart, their mind, their senses. You want them to grow up to be a healthy adult because of the deposits. You don't want to say, yes, my childhood was good, but this and that. And that scares me. I know that should scare you a little bit. What kind of deposits are you making into your teen or young adult? And the deposit that you're making, do you feel like it's enough or do you know you can give more? And the answer is yes. You can give more. I can give more. But parent and guardian, I know that you're doing your best. You are doing your best. Sometimes you just need a little bit more. Deposits are priceless. They cannot be bought. Depositing into your teen means so much more than you know. And making those vital deposits, that information, teaching them principles, teaching them the way of life skills, emotional, psychological, and spiritual stability, those deposits, and just loving them and hugging them and telling them they're great. It just means so much. So my question this morning as I close, what kind of deposits are you making into your teen or young adult? Thank you all for your time. I always enjoy being with you every day. I want to show you some information, but I will be back on tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another family morning session with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I want you to have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.